Greetings, grandfather. Now, there is a general belief, and not without cause, that human beings are the predominant form of life on this planet, because you do seem to have the most influence in your surroundings, with each other, on the planet, on other forms of life. Yes. Now, what I'm going to talk about briefly today is that even though the aforementioned statement bears a great deal of truth, there are other forms of life on the planet. And sometimes, when you see lights in the sky, UFOs, all right, or shapes in the clouds that remind you of something otherworldly, or even spirit forms, they are not always meant, nor are they visiting human beings. I'm going to give you a percentage. Of the lights you've seen in the sky, or ships, or whatnot, that have been seen and observed, whether filmed or not, in the past 2 years, fully 23% of them were not here to check up on, visit, or otherwise integrate with, all right, human beings. I'll bet you didn't know that. But I feel it's important to bring it to your attention now, and I'll tell you why. A lot of animals are leaving the planet, not just individuals, but whole groups, you might say types, are leaving the planet. I've mentioned this before on numerous occasions, but I'll just say partly it has to do with the fact that they don't feel welcomed, such as fish, as you say, in the oceans and other places that are being overfished. From their point of view, hunted out of existence. But I'm not here to criticize anybody, because I know that human beings and others need to eat. Still, I do think it would be good to start wholesale, meaning lots and lots, of fish farms. And I know those of you doing that out there are enthusiastic. So please invest in those kind of things. It would be good for you. Now, getting on with what I was saying. There are going to be a considerable amount of departures en masse of life forms other than the human being. How this will happen will be more than one way. In some cases, such as the fish in the oceans and so on, the wild ones, the ones that are free, you might say, they will simply not reincarnate here. Reincarnation is not something that is exclusive to the human being. It is in existence for all forms of life throughout the universe. They don't have to come back. They'll just simply incarnate on their home planet or someplace else, where they feel safe and welcome. I'm not trying to talk you into being vegetarians, believe it or not. I'm really not. I am just saying, try to fish for only what you're going to eat. And this is especially important for those of you in the commercial business, because I know it's hard to just get the exact fish that your customers want. Try and do better if you can. Now, there will be other ways that groups of beings will leave the planet. But I won't go into that too much now, as I've gone into it before. I'm simply going to say that in some cases, while they will not leave embodied, okay, they will leave as a soul group, and sometimes they will do so utilizing a ship or vehicle from another planet, if they're leaving as a sole group, they might very well choose to do so on a vehicle, only to stay together and comfort each other and enjoy each other's company. Though, as you know, it is not necessary to do so on a ship, but some may choose to do that. So, a little prediction here. I feel that the increasing amount of lights in the sky, UFOs, obvious ships, and other, whether it is in the sky or emerging from bodies of water, or being seen going into bodies of water, or being seen under the water, that at least 30% now will be coming for forms of life other than the human being. It won't be anything that will frighten human beings. They're not coming to do any battles, so don't worry about that. And really, try to get prepared in a more benevolent way for meeting extraterrestrials, okay? Some of you are working on that, and I know that's good. But since fully 30% will be coming to visit non-human beings, then you can, to a degree, disregard their comings and goings. Still, it is normal on all planets, other places, to have hundreds of vehicles in the sky at any given time. And when you look at your own aircraft industry, one finds that there are perhaps thousands of airplanes in the sky at any given time, so that shouldn't come as any surprise to you. It will soon be the case where you will have regular contact with extraterrestrials whom you will enjoy seeing, and they will enjoy seeing you. So, not to put too fine a point on it, animals may be leaving. Many will be staying, including groups that are associated with human beings, your pets, all right? And, yes, livestock. Cows don't feel as welcome as they once did, so many of them plan to not reincarnate on the earth anymore. But I've talked about that before also. All I want to say today is that the level of sightings of UFOs will increase greatly. You can expect it to double in the next 6 to 8 months. Good life.